Donald Trump took a term off.
Right.
Took a term
No,
off.
but that doesn't it just says
Sure.
you can't be elected to 2 terms, period.
Sure.
But the problem is that word elected, because it doesn't quite explicitly rule out the possibility of ascending to the presidency by some other means. And you can become president through some other means, through other means other than being elected.
Let's go through the other means, because there's one in particular that Trump has himself quietly, I guess, embraced here, because he mentioned it to Welker, which involves basically being a stalking horse. He would allow J.D. Vance to run, get elected, and then graciously hand over the presidency. Are there others, or is that the main one?
Right. Then that's the main loophole that I see, what I've called the 22nd Amendment loophole. And so, the idea would be that Vance or some other lackey would run at the top of the ticket, and Trump would run as the VP candidate. And you could even do this explicitly. You could tell the voters in advance that if our ticket wins, the person at the top of the ticket will resign on January 20th, 2029. Okay. And Trump, as the elected VP, would then ascend to the office of president. And because he was not elected to the presidency, there is at least an argument that some law professors take seriously that would not violate the 22nd.
Would a lawyer not say, hey, they've made this explicit promise, therefore Trump himself is running, and therefore in voters' minds they are electing Donald Trump? Would that not be a violation of the 22nd Amendment?
It certainly violates the spirit of the 22nd Amendment, no question about that. But as you know, the Supreme Court right now is highly textualist. And what their preferred method of constitutional interpretation is to look at the literal language of constitutional text and not at its spirit or at its intention.